On January 30th, the MCK released an action plan on education that would put control of the process back into the hands of the people. Winona Polson Lahache joins Joe Delaronde to break down the details of the plan.
And welcome to this special presentation on the new action plan that is being presented by the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake in regard to education. Joining me on this presentation is Winona Polson Lahache, who's a technician who's been helping to work on this file. As we all know, it's been contentious at times. The real idea here is to come up with a plan so that there can be an actual end in sight. And what that plan is to have, at this point, an education oversight committee who will work with a coordinator and put a plan together, bring it back to the community, reinstitute the Combined Schools Committee in a way that's acceptable to as many people as possible, not just any sector, one or the other, but make it work in a manner that hopefully will be agreeable. Winona, just maybe a couple of specifics to start with. We're looking at a coordinator. Maybe just describe what that coordinator is going to be doing. Sure.
Before I do that, I'll explain one of the specifics that leads up to that, and that's that there was a general work plan that was jointly developed by the council and the combined, and this work plan was released on October 19th. And on November 7th to the General Assembly, and it lays out the groundwork for what actions need to be undertaken to resolve issues in education. The hiring of a coordinator will be undertaken to work with an oversight committee. He or she will be responsible for implementing the work that needs to be done, including governance and constitution work and consultations in the community.
I guess for many that seems to be actually the biggest thing, because a lot of the problems are based on the fact that the Constitution is kind of vague in areas, or also was made several years ago and has needed to see some updating. I know there's some work going on from the other side, but at this point, what really needs to be focused on, or is it just a general overhaul?
The Constitution itself requires some work on better formalizing who has a say in education. It also really needs some work in how the combined is selected, who the representatives are, and this kind of work. The idea, though, behind the action plan is to remove both council and combined and get the focus more on the work that actually needs to be completed in order to address the issues. In order to do that, it's going to require some neutral people that need to undertake consultations and get what the community perspectives are in moving forward.
And that will be a challenge, there's no doubt about that, but the other challenge is that it has to happen fairly quickly, because we're not looking at a 3-year plan here. It's looking like something that's going to be much quicker.
Yes, that's one of the reasons for bringing on a coordinator. If a coordinator is brought on, we expect that the timelines to do a significant review of the Constitution can be done in a shorter time frame, and we're looking at probably about 6 months, hoping to get it done before the next school year. Once
that's completed, what happens?
The intent at this time is that the council will review the MCED that will be in effect, and delegating authorities to this oversight committee, and they will review based on the direction that the community provides what the next steps are for any, if at all, any involvement from council.
Okay, the action plan has to start quickly. There's consultations that are needed. There's a need right now by chief and council to have people give input. And one of the things that is being done is there's going to be a kiosk set up. Just check the website for the actual dates. There will be appearances on the radio, and there's actually an email address that is now available. It's actionplan@mck.ca, and that will allow for people to have direct contact and a chance to speak to council chiefs to talk about what is going on right now. How will the committee actually be chosen? The community-based gang that will actually be working with the coordinator? Because there will be concerns by some that it'll be loaded up one way or another. So what's the plan on that?
Yeah, the part of presenting the action plan to the community is to get feedback, and that's one of the areas that they're looking for feedback on. At this point in time, what the plan is to issue a call for interested individuals, interested community members who want to sit on that oversight committee, and bring all of those names together and then forward them to the coordinator, and the coordinator will set up a process for the selection of those individuals.
So at this point, the real issue is for community members to really pay attention, parents and regular community members alike, because we have to remember that just about everyone is an uncle, a grandfather, a grandmother, an aunt. Everybody has a vested interest and a stake in this. So really, it's about community participation and getting past the frustrations that we've all seen over the past year. Don't want to dwell too much on that. I think many people just want to say, let's finally get something done. Let's work together and find a way so that we can work in a manner that is conducive to who we're supposed to be. Come to some sort of consensus. It's not going to be about more people this and vote that. It's really about finding a way to get it so that it's acceptable to as many people as possible. So I guess in the end now you have to say the question that a lot of people ask immediately is, all right, then what's the plan on how you're going to choose the Combined Schools Committee, or if it's going to have a different name, we don't know. But how will those people be chosen? Are we there yet?
Not quite at this time. That's the important part of doing a consultation and bringing on this oversight committee to do that consultation. They will go to the community and get the community's thoughts on how representatives will be chosen, who should be representatives, how many, who do they represent, do they represent students in the community, outside of the community, all of those details, and that will be better formulated in the new constitution.
All right, so hopefully this action plan can be implemented as soon as possible so that we can all work together and let education be about education. And that's, I think, what everybody wants, no matter what side of the fence. Winona Polson Lahache, technician with the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake, the Office of the Council of Chiefs, been working hard on this project. We thank you for joining us. And we thank you for watching. Remember, if you have any comments or if you want to participate or anything like that, you can contact the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake at 632-7500. Rhonda Kirby is the portfolio chief. She's assisted by Bobby Patton, Chief Bobby Patton. And again, email address actionplan@mck.ca. Yaokoa, thank you for watching.
In order to put this plan in motion, feedback is needed as soon as possible. Community members are urged to contact Chief Rhonda Kirby or Bobby Patton at 450-632-7500 or email actionplan@mck.ca.